every town has one. A story. A place. A name whispered to scare children into good behavior. For who is it? It was Blackwood Manor. It sat on its hill like a rotten tooth in a dead man's skull, a blot on the landscape of our town. We were told never to go near it. Stories of disappearances, of madness, of things seen in the windows that didn't look quite human, they were the folklore of our childhood. The drone footage focuses on a particular second-floor window. For a fraction of a second, a pale, indistinct face seems to be looking out. It's done before the viewer can be sure. Narrador, VO, Conte. Bad folklore has roots. And the roots of Blackwood Manor are very deep in soil so foul, nothing good could ever grow there. This is not just a story about a haunted house. This is a story about an invitation. And about the things that live in the silence between the walls, waiting for someone foolish enough to listen. Cut to a dimly lit, cozy room. A man, Leo, años 30, tired but honest, sits in an armchair, addressing the camera. He holds an old, yellowed envelope. Leo. To the camera. My name is Leo. And this is where my part of the story begins. My great-aunt, Agnes, was a recluse. The family album. She lived in Blackwood Manor her entire life, and when she died, she left it to me. He offers a faint, weary smile. Leo, Conte. He was a broke photographer, drowning in debt. An inheritance, even a creepy one, was a miracle. My girlfriend, Maya, she was skeptical, to say the least. The scene shifts to a car interior. Leo is driving. Maya, años 30, pragmatic, sharp, is in the passenger seat, scrolling through her phone with a frown. Maya. Skeptically cited the word, Leo. Terrified based on well-documented local history is closer. This place, people don't just live there. They vanish there. Leo. Chuckles nervously. That's just stories. It's my town gossip. Look, we go, we assess, we sign some papers with the lawyer, and we sell it to some developer for a fortune. We ella in and out in a weekend. Maya. Looks out the window at the passing, increasingly gloomy forest. A weekend in a house that's allegedly a dimensional portal to hell. Romantic. Leo reaches over and squeezes her hand. Leo. It's just a house, Maya. Brick and mortar and a lot of dust. I'll take pictures, you'll make fun of the ugly wallpaper, and we'll have a weird story to tell. He promised. Maya doente looked convinced. The car turns onto an overgrown, gravel driveway. The imposing silhouette of Blackwood Manor looms ahead. Video. The camera now takes on a first-person perspective, from this point of view. The quality is slightly grainy, like it's from a digital camera. These will be the primary visual style for the exploration sequences. Sound, car engine cutting out. The sudden, oppressive silence of the woods. The creak of the car door opening. Leo, VO. The narration returns, overlapping with the present-day action. He should have listened to her. He know that now. But you have to understand, the pull was magnetic. It wasn't just the money. It was the mystery. The chance to prove the stories wrong. Or maybe, to prove them right. POV of Leo looking up at the house. It's even more massive up close. The front door is a slab of dark oak, scarred and weather-beaten. Maya, is walking up behind him. Wow. It's even cheerier than the photos. Leo pats his camera hanging around his neck. It has character. Maya. So does a serial killer. The lawyer, M.R. Bernati, años 60, impeccably dressed and deeply uncomfortable, arrives in a sleek, modern car that looks utterly out of place. He hurries up the path, barely glancing at the house. M.R. Bernati. Leo. Maya. Good, you're here. Let's make this quick. The keys. The deed is inside on the hall table. Sign where flag. Maya pass. Don't lean there. Leo. You living inside? M.R. Bernati. Shudders involuntarily. 11. For the world leaving. Never again. The phone service is spotty out here. Y ella wait for your call once you're done. He practically flees back to his car and speeds away. Maya. Wait. That's reassuring. Leo grins, taking out his camera and snapping a picture of the facade. It's perfect. The light is incredible. The click of the camera shutter is loud in the silence. Video. Leo's POV as he fits the old iron key into the lock. It turns with a heavy, grinding clunk that echoes. The door swings inward with a long, agonized groan. Sound, the drone of the door. A rush of stale, cold air escaping the house. The faint sound of dust settling. The interior is a museum of decay. Grand staircase, covered in a thick layer of dust. Cobwebs hang like gossamer curtains. Faded portraits line the walls, the subjects, I seeming to follow them. The air is cold, much colder than outside. Maya. Wrapping her arms around herself. Jesus. It's freezing. And it smells home. Leo. Steps inside, camera panning slowly. It smells like history. Look at this woodwork. This is all hand-carved. His camera focuses on a grotesque face carved into the newel post of the staircase. It's a twisted, agonized visage. Maya. Charming. He feels so welcome. As they step fully inside, the front door slams shut behind them with a thunderous bang. Maya. Jumps, lets out a small scream. She. Leo. Heart pounding, but forces a laugh. Use the wind. Old houses are drafty. Maya. The wind outside is dead calm. No trees are moving. Right. The wind. Leo walks further into the grand hall. His camera pans across the walls. The portraits. A large, dusty mirror. For a moment, in the mirror's reflection, something moves swiftly in the darkness of an adjoining room. Leo don't seem to notice. Leo. Hello. Antagonist? Use who is it, your new tenants. Don't be a poor host. Maya. Leo, don't. Leo. What? It's her house. King dog. He finds the deed on a mahogany table. He signs it with a flourish. Leo, Conte. And, Don. We are the proud owners of several tons of haunted real estate. Maya. Can we go now? We may assist. It's a death trap. Let's call the lawyer. Leo. Are you kidding? We have to look around. This is a gold mine. The architecture alone, come on. Use the picture. For me? Maya relents, though every instinct screams at her to leave. Video. The exploration montage. Leo's POV camera documents everything. The drawing room, filled with furniture shrouded in white sheets. They look like ghostly spectators. A grand piano, its keys yellowed and dusty. Leo presses a key. It lets out a sour, dissonant note that hangs in the air for too long. The library, floor-to-ceiling books, but many are rotting, covered in mold. The titles are in Latin and languages Leo don't recognize. Diagrams of obscure anatomy, astrological charts with malevolent-looking symbols. Maya. Picking up a book. The cover is made of a strange, leathery material. This feels weird. She drops it as if burned. Leo. Probably just human skin. Kidding. It's probably just vellum. He don't sound convinced. The dining room, a long table set for a dinner party for 12. The plates are covered in a gray, powdery mold. The cutlery is rusted. At the head of the table, one chair is pulled out, as if someone just stood up. Maya. This is getting seriously creepy, Leo. I don't like this. Leo. His enthusiasm is starting to wane, replaced by a low-level anxiety. One more floor. Then we go. I promise. They ascend the grand staircase. Each step groans under their weight. The air grows colder with each step. Narrator, VO. That was the first promise I broke. It won't be the last. The house, it gets in your head. It presents you with a puzzle, a mystery so compelling, you forget to be afraid. Until it's too late. Video. On the second floor landing. The hallway is long and dark, doors stretching into impenetrable shadow. Maya. My phone just died. It was at 80%. Leo. Mine too. Must be the cold. Or the house eating our batteries. Keeping the game. His laugh is hollow. He tries the first door. A bedroom. A deep floral wallpaper, feeling to reveal something dark and stained beneath. A porcelain doll sits in a rocking chair, its glass eyes staring blank. Leo's camera focuses on it. Leo, conte. No. He closes the door quickly. The next room is a study. More books. A large desk. This room feels different. Colder. Leo's breath fogs in the air. Maya. I'm going back to the car to get the charger. And maybe a weapon. Leo. Okay. EAJ be right here. Ma leaves. Leo hears her footsteps descending the stairs. The silence that follows is profound. It's a silence that feels attentive. Leo explores the study. He opens the desk drawers. They are filled with yellow papers, fountain pens, sealing wax. In the bottom drawer, he finds a small, leather-bound journal. The name Agnes is embossed on the cover in faded gold leaf. Leo, Uveo. Whispering to his camera. Jackpot. He opens it. The handwriting is elegant but frantic, often descending into jagged scrawls. Close up on journal pages. Leo's finger traces the writing. Journal entry, Agnes' voice, whispery and haunted, reads over the shot. October 12th. The whispering started again last night. Not from the walls this time. From the cold place in the corner of the bedroom. It's offering me things. Beautiful, terrible things. It knows my name. It knows my fears. Journal entry, another page. November 3rd day. He saw it today. A shadow that didn't match the light. It stood at the end of the hall. It had too many limbs. It beckoned him. He did not follow. He am not that foolish. Not yet. Journal entry, another page, the writing is shakier. December 1st, it has a name. It tells me to call it the tenant. It says it was here before the house. It says the house was built for it. For them. We are the guests. Unwanted guests. Leo shuts the journal, his heart hammering. He looks around the room. It feels smaller. That sound, a faint, dry scratching sound. Light fingernails on old plastic. Leo freezes. He points his camera towards the sound. It's coming from the wall behind the desk. A scratch. A scratch. A scratch. It's methodical. Delivered. Leo. Whispering. Hello? Maya? That's not funny. The scratching stops. Silence. Then, a soft, what sound? A three. Then another. Leo pans the camera down. A dark, viscous liquid is seeping from a crack in the wall, dripping onto the floorboards. It looks too thick to be water. It looks almost black in the dim light. Leo, Uveo. Breathing heavily. Okay. Okay. He need to go. He backs out of the study, not turning his back on the leaping wall. He closes the door gently. He turns around. The hallway seems longer now. The door at the very end, which was closed before, is now slightly ajar. A deep, impenetrable blackness gapes from within. Sound, a faint, melodic humming. A child's nursery rhyme, tuneless and off-key. It seems to be coming from the open door. Leo. Maya. The humming stops. A child's voice, faint and echoing, whispers from the darkness. Child ese voice, o ese. Filter, distorted. Come and play. Leo. Backing towards the stairs, camera shaking. No. No, thank you. He turns and practically runs down the stairs, taking them two at a time. He bursts into the grand hall, breathing heavily. Maya is there, holding a car charger and a tire iron. Maya. What? That's wrong. You look like Julie's seen a ghost. Leo. Gas speed. We need to go. Now. Maya. What happened? Leo. I'll tell you in the car used, let's go. He grabs her arm and pulls her towards the front door. He yanks on the handle. Ito ente ba? Leo, conte. It's locked. Maya. It was just wind before, right? She tries it herself. It's solid. Inmovable. Maya, conte. The keys. Use the keys. Leo fumbles with the key ring. He finds the front door key, jams it into the lock. It turns, but the door still won't be open. It's as if it's been nailed shut from the outside. Leo. It's not working. Maya. Pointing at the windows. The windows. They run to the nearest large window. Leo tries to lift the sash. It's painted shut. It picks up a heavy candlestick from a nearby table and smashes it against the glass. The candlestick bounces off with a dull thud. The glass don't even scratch. Leo. What the hell? Maya. Trying another window with the same result. It's not breaking. Leo, it's not breaking. They stand in the center of the hall, breathing in ragged gasps. The daylight outside is beginning to fade, casting long, distorted shadows through the filthy windows. Maya, conte. Her voice small and terrified. Vive trap. Narrator, uveo. Trap. That was the moment the reality of it crashed down. This wasn't an adventure. This wasn't a story. The house had us. And it had no intention of letting us go. Video. The light continues to fade. Leo and Maya are huddled on the bottom step of the staircase, using the light from Leo's camera to see. The rest of the house is swallowed by darkness. Maya. We have to find another way out. A basement, a cellar, something. Leo. The journal, my great aunt, she called it the tenant. She said it was here before the house. Maya. I don't care what its name is. I care about getting out before it gets dark. Really dark. A sudden noise from above. A thump. Then the sound of something heavy being dragged across the floor upstairs. They both look up, frozen. Sound, the dragging sound. Slow. Deliberate. It stops directly above them. Leo. Whispering. It's in the study. A new sound. A faint, wet, gurgling sound. It drips through the ceiling. Creak. 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 Onto the floor between them. The same black, viscous liquid from upstairs. Maya gags at the smell. It's coppery, like old blood, and something else, something rotten and sweet. Maya. We can't stay here. Leo. The kitchen. There might be a back door. Or a pantry with an outside hatch. They move quickly, staying close together. Leo's camera light is a frail beacon in the overwhelming darkness. The floorboards creak underfoot, each sound amplified in the dead silence. They push through a swinging door into the kitchen. It's a time capsule from the 1920s. A giant cast iron stove, a massive stone sink. And in the center, a large wooden table, stained and scarred. On the table, arranged neatly, are the 12 sets of cutlery from the dining room. The knives are all pointed towards the door they just entered. Maya. Being pierced. This isn't the habit. Leo's camera light flickers. Leo. The back door. Across the kitchen is a stout door. Leo rushes to it, turns the handle. It opens. A rush of cold night air hits them. Maya. Oh, thank God. They spill out into a small, walled-in backyard. The moon is high and full, casting a sickly silver light. The air is freezing. Leo. We're out. We're out. He turns to look back at the house. His smile dies. The back door they just came through is gone. In its place is a solid, unbroken brick wall. Maya. Steady, her mind refusing to process it. No, that's not, we just came through there. She runs her hands over the cold bricks. They are real. They are old. They have always been there. Leo. Backing away, camera panning wildly. It's changing. house is changing itself. From inside the house, through the now bricked-up doorway, they hear the front door bell begin to ring. A frantic, incessant, jarring sound. Din-don, din-don, din-don. Maya. Clutching her ears. Make it stop. The bell stops. In the sudden silence, they hear the back door of the house, the real back door, creak open on the other side of the yard. A figure stands silhouetted in the doorway. It is tall, impossibly thin, its limbs seeming to bend in wrong places. It takes a step forward into the moonlight. It is wearing the tattered, moth-eaten clothes of a Victorian undertaker. Its face is pale and elongated, devoid of features except for a wide, grotesque smile filled with far too many needle-like teeth. If the only thing had eyes, just smooth, blank skin where they should be. It takes another step, its movement a jerky, unnatural puppet-like shot. The figure. Its voice is a dry rasp, like insects scuttling over dead leaves. Duran. Maya screams. The thing's head cocks to the side at an impossible angle, as if listening to the sound. The figure, Conte. Stay for dinner. The master is so hungry. It begins to shuffle towards them, its smile widening. Leo. Roar. They turn and flee into the garden, which is a jungle of dead rose bushes and thorny vines that claw at their clothes. The thing behind them doesn't speed up. It just keeps up its steady, shuffling pace, knowing it has all the time in the world. Narrator, we ran. We ran through that nightmare garden, thorns tearing at our skin, with that, I think, following us. But the garden had no end. The high stone walls seemed to stretch on forever, twisting and turning into a maze. We were mice in a malevolent experiment. And the cat was taking its time. Video. Montage of them running through the endless, twisting garden. Leo's POV camera is jerky, catty. They round a corner and come face to face with a stone cherub. Its face is weeping black tears from its eyes. The thorny vines seem to writhe and grasp at their ankles. They can always hear the drag, shuffling footsteps behind them, never gaining, never falling back. Magic. Gasping for breath. Weaving out, getting out, this way. Leo. There. Ato. Set into the far wall is a small, rotten wooden door. Leo's shoulder barges in. It splinters and gives way, revealing a set of stone steps leading down into absolute blackness. The smell of damp earth and decay wafts out. Magic. Devasman? Are you insane? Leo. It's that or the thing with the smile. The shuffling footsteps are getting closer. They have no choice. They descend into the darkness. Video. The basement. Leo's camera light is the only source of illumination. It's a vast, low-ceiling space filled with forgotten junk, old crates, and a pervasive sense of malice. The air is frigid and thick with the smell of mold and salt. Asterisco sound, the sound of the thing above them, shuffling around the doorway. It going to follow them down. It used, what? Magic. Whispering. Why won't they come down? Leo. I don't know. Maybe it can. Or, maybe it doesn't need to. His camera light catches something on the far wall. It's not a wall. It's a massive, ancient stone archway, filled in with newer, crude brickwork. Scratched into the bricks are hundreds of symbols, similar to the ones in the library books. They look like frantic attempts to ward something off. Leo, Conte. What is that? They approach it. The air around the archway is even colder. The symbols seem to pulse faintly in the camera's light. Maya. It feels wrong. Leo, don't touch it. But Leo is transfixed. He reaches out. Naruto, Uber. I saw that they have touched it. That was the second mistake. The first was opening the door. Bad boys, this was worse. Leo's fingertips brush the cold bricks. Sound, a low, sub-bass rumble that shakes the entire foundation of the house. The sound of stone grinding on stone. A crack appears in the brickwork. A fine trickle of black sand pours from the crack. Then another. And another. The bricks are shifting. Crumbling. Something is pushing from the other side. Maya. Leo, get back. A large brick dislodges and falls inward, vanishing into a blackness so absolute it seems to swallow the light. A sound emanates from the hole. It's a chorus of whispers, dozens of them, overlapping, speaking in languages human and otherwise. They are voices of madness, of despair, of infinite hunger. They disperse. Overlapping, blare, distorted. Free, free, fresh meat, we see you, we taste your fear, so sweet, let us in, let us out. More bricks fall away. The archway is clearing. The blackness within begins to coalesce, to form shapes. Pale, grasping hands. Twisty, half-formed faces that bulge and recede. Leo. Backing away in sheer, primal terror. We have to go. Now. They turn to run back to the stairs. The smiling thing is standing at the top, blocking their exit. It's just standing there. Smiling. What? Magic. We read that. We read that. Leo. His eyes fall on an old, rusted iron door set into another part of the basement wall. A cold chupa, maybe. There. They run to it. Leo wrestles with the rusted latch. It won't get back. Sound, behind them, the brickwork of the archway collapses entirely. The whispering becomes a deafening roar. The temperature plummets. Maya. Joining him, pulling at the latch with desperate strength. Come on. The latch groans, bends, and finally snaps. Leo heaves the door open. It leads to a narrow, dirt tunnel, sloping upwards. Leo. Go. Go. Maya scrambles into the tunnel. Leo glances back. The thing from the archway is emerging. It is not one thing, but a shifting, swirling mess of darkness and tortured spirit stuff, a torrent of anguish giving forth. It floods the basement, consuming everything in a wave of absolute cold. The smiling thing at the top of the stairs goes, as if welcoming a king. Leo throws himself into the tunnel and pulls the iron door shut behind him. The second it closes, the sound from the basement is cut off completely. Silence. Video. The tunnel. They crawl on hands and knees through cold, damp earth. It seems to go on forever. Maya. Crying with relief. You think we made it. After what feels like an eternity, they see a sliver of moonlight ahead. They push through a curtain of thick ivy and tumble out onto the cold grass. They are back in the front garden, near the driveway. The house looms over them, silent and dark. They scramble to their feet, not looking back, and run to their car. Leo fumbles with the keys, drops them, finally gets the door open. They delay. Leo. Start the car, start the car, start the car. Maya turns the key. The engine rumbles to life. It's the most beautiful sound they have ever heard. Leo slams the car into reverse and peels out, spinning the wheel, then jams it into drive. They speed down the driveway, the manor shrinking in the rearview mirror. They don't stop until they are back on the main road, under the safe, dull glow of streetlights. They pull over, gasping, laughing, crying with hysterical relief. Maya. We realize. We were never going back. Never. Leo. Leaning his head against the steering wheel, trembling. Never. We had to call the lawyer in the morning. I can burn it down for all I care. He looks over at Maya. She is staring into the side view mirror, her face pale. Maya. Leo. Leo. What is it? He follows her gaze. Tucked to the outside of her window is a small, neatly folded piece of yellowed paper. With trembling fingers, she rolls down the window and plucks it off. She unfolds it. It's a drawing, in elegant, old-fashioned handwriting. A crude sketch of their cat, and inside the car, 2 stick figures. About them, written in that same frantic script as the journal, is a message. Leo, Uveo. Reading it aloud, his voice hollow with breath. The tenant thanks you for your hospitality. It so hates an empty house. It will see you soon. It has taken a souvenir. To remember you back. Maya lets out a choked gasp. She is staring at Leo's hand on the steering wheel. Magic. Leo, your camera. Leo looks down. The camera is still hanging around his neck. But the lens is smashed. And packed inside the shattered glass, as if carefully placed, is the porcelain face of the doll from the bedroom upstairs, its glass eyes staring.
Who's the ghost? Who's counterfeit?